dimming the lights. The show must be starting. Sorry, but...
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what...
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean to appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage.
Guess you're right.
Thank you, everyone. But our magical journey has only just begun. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was in which case, I have ample time to make up. So, for my next trick, I will require the Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next. Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box.
Wow! Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at... Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside... I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, they're like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep... I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing...
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still... Come on, repeat after me.
60, 59, 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are merely a consequence of my identity and personality.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon...
40, 39, 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't...
25! 20!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect.
19!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping 2 people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still...
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice!
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before!
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making...
That can't be right! He was in the box on the stage the entire time! We can even hear his voice! Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances! He couldn't possibly...
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume...
I just think that he...
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show.
I mean, of course, my dear people, that's right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? Then there's no problem at all, but with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser.
It wasn't a draw.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Lenny's attorney and defend him in this case? Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Lenny and his troupe are all potential suspects, and the audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they...
A day isn't that long.
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened.
Of course! Who would have...
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be a good thing you agreed to be our attorney.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it to... since we're going to start investigating...
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind... 'Tis truly a pity. But if revealing our secrets will help, we should go somewhere else if we're going...
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned.
Huh?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cowell. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hard. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to... If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to... I know there's no such thing as magic. I've seen a lot of cases. And I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourself.
The murderer was. They must have made preparations well beforehand. Why would it be him?
Go ahead, have a look around.
So this is the rope that... The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope... Wait, why would you write all the...
I see that you're investigating the area. If you find any new and interesting leads...
We don't have too many thoughts.
Then why don't I tell you my...
The thud? Oh!
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath.
That makes sense.
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true.
That does remind...
Lenny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be a...
The investigation team has some new findings.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Let you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Oh, this location is also... The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce them. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately. The Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all.
Were the victims of previous...
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same...
Okay.
I don't need to be so formal. If you do, it is of utmost importance.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you...
No need. You don't have to call me.
Okay. if you say...
All merely trifling details. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And...
Sounds more like you just...
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting. All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute! Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well...
And why would that be? See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the... And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Now, I need to make some preparation.
Wait! Since when did...
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but you wish to save a friend from false accusation.
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks.
Sorry, but no one...
No! Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming, so the missing girl couldn't have left from here. I doubt there was much opportunity then.
How can you be so
Well, because I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be you... We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. My mom wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we?
Understood. Then I will be going with you.
Just very good. Thanks for being so agreeable.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, and these are my companions. Would you mind?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helper?
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see this.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for the... But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the...
The back? You mean the
Very good indeed. I thought you might not. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face.
I see. So...
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box...
So that's how you did—
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and
Right! You were talking—
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh,
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the... And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. And yet, to think that someone was able to... Could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone. Work.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different...
Whatever it is.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which... Wow.
Oh! Hi, my nose! It's one and here's a broken vase!
That can't be. Oh, her clothes are here, but she's no...
Right! Ugh, What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through.
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up. we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns.
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the
They believe the odds of that. The guards have checked the area carefully.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber.
No wonder Farina was so...
In other words, the charges are very...
Charges? And then...
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides. That's right. This is how the statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys... To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice...
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the...
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his Then, finally...
Huh? So that machine is the one that...
In practice, there is very little difference. Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that...
Huh?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxy.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, and even if that were not so,
I'm ready to break out.
Whoa! There's no need for that!
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. I mean, what better way to properly think...
Breaking out, so... Just kidding! Paimon...
What do you mean, no snacks?
Huh?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
Wait, you're carrying a
Yes, I must be prepared to...
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it.
These three are quite the interesting... And Paimon thought it smelled good from the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around. But you ended up doing the entire...
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head.
Tea is ready to be served as well. No need for concern.
All right, then. However, we can assume that Linny and the magician twins could have committed...
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing, right?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of it. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too...
Paimon thinks that makes sense.
True, but the only people left to consider...
Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would... Nor does she have any motive.
From the sound of things, your macarons are amazing.
They are...
What? 5?
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less...
No, besides, Paimon knows that... Wait, even you don't believe... If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then...
All right, we get it. Well, Malus, set up the stove again.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly.
As you wish,
And I have the egg...
Well...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the...
All right, thanks for your...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for